Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Day After podcast.
What's up, guys?
So here we are doing our Brantsteele duos. That's
Right.
pretty exciting. The best duos that have ever been on our Brantsteele channel.
Oh yeah, in a way, it's like not necessarily an all-star season, but it just like it's kind of like we're just bringing these people because, like, in one way, shape, or form, their bond with someone was iconic, or we like the individuals enough where we're like, hell yeah, we gotta give them another shot. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this all pans out.
Yeah. There's a lot of great players that we brought back. This
Oh yeah.
season is really a celebration of our Brantsteeles in the past. We're bringing back some of the best of the best. Some of the people who were on the best of the best season are on this too. So
Oh yeah, I
so
mean,
yeah.
you already see the queen herself.
Yeah, exactly. Making her return
The first
after
time.
oh yeah, I mean, what is it? She made it like times to the final tribal. It's gonna be crazy if she does it again.
Our first two-time winner, and
Yeah,
since she has done her second win, she's kind of been on retirement for quite some time.
yeah. But she is back to reclaim her crown since Regina George is on the trail.
Yeah, yeah. Because of that, Parvati is like, all right, now I have to be in the show again.
Yeah, she now has to come back until she wins again. Or until Regina George wins, and then she just has to
Or
Either
some
way, I think one of those two are going to be a three-time winner.
maybe, or there's just someone that completely comes out of the blue and just
Yeah.
throws a wrench in everything.
Someone just comes, wins their original season, wins an All-Star season, and then wins the next All-Star season. Just
Yep.
complete domination.
Yep.
But before we get into all this, I want to do a quick little self promo here for my show that I'm currently fundraising for, and I've written for it, I'm producing it, I'm acting in it, and that show is called Out of Control. It's an anti-sitcom set in the world of esports, and it's basically just a ragtag group of misfit gamers who could do great things if they could just figure out how to communicate.
Yeah,
Uh,
I read the script, and guys, it's pretty funny. I enjoy
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's got a lot of funny. It's almost like if Always Sunny and Community had a baby about esports.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
who doesn't love and like, yeah, esports, it's such like a big part of, like, it's like such a big part of like nerd culture and stuff that, I'm surprised a lot more stuff hasn't come out about it. So I think, you know,
mhm,
about damn time there is one. Because I'd
mhm.
say the last major one that got any headway was Video Game High School, but that was like forever ago.
Yeah. It's been a while. So yeah, if you're interested, there's going to be a link down below in the description. Click on it, and if you like any of my content, then go ahead and just support it.
All right.
Okay, now
Cool.
let's get back into it. So
Alrighty.
I guess we should do it by pairs, right? We should
Yeah.
talk about both pairs. So we'll go in the Galong tribe in order and talk about the both pairs at the same time. Okay, so first up, we got from celebrities too. We got Braun Strowman and Ronda Rousey. Now, if you remember this pair,
Oh, of course. The
yeah, I
Matt
mean,
Singh.
yeah, the only ones from the Braun tribe to be able to make the merge.
Yeah. I mean, there was a decimation on their team, and they were the last two standing, and they killed it.
Yeah.
Got further in the game, and Braun being like pretty darn iconic on our channel, like
Mhm.
one of the best performing people. Period.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe even in that All Stars 3, I believe they both ended up kind of working up together a little bit until Ronda Rousey gets put out like halfway through the merge.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely Braun Strowman, super big player. Like he's definitely now a name for Brantsteele. So
Oh,
we'll see it. We'll see
oh
if
yeah.
he can live up to it. It's tough. Honestly, the blood versus water one's hard because the merge is pretty much more deep than a normal season.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we'll see how this all plays out, because one thing about this, we have a lot of people from, our series 2. So like, and we've had some crazy people from series 2. We have like one of the best players on the other team, for a fact. And then we got Light, who, I don't know, like he was disappointing last time, but like we'll see. So Braun has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, all right. All right. So I'm so used to our different tribes. So next up, we got Captain Holt and Hermione Granger from Fantasy Island 1. Now, I like my brainy peeps, because I'm a brainy peep. That's why I have a big head. But yeah, I like their dynamic. I feel like they would genuinely work together, which is why, it works so well. And granted, they didn't go too far, but they had a fun alliance in the beginning, and then after the merge, granted they didn't last too long, but they were still enjoyable to watch. You wanted to root them, and it's always nice to like, because Brooklyn Nine-Nine is in its final season, and just like I like sometimes bringing people that are like socially relevant. But yeah, hopefully last long on this.
I mean, when you think about it, Holt and Hermione were the first time we talked about a Brantsteele duos. Like it was Fantasy Islands was when we started like thinking like, because there's so many duos, so many rivalries in the season that really fits itself for these kind of seasons. And
it was hard to not choose more people from this season, or like from that one specifically. Like, I think we accomplished having like a good balance of like fictional people and real people, or like non-survivor players, or fictional people / non-survivor players with actual ones. I think we found like
I mean, on this tribe it's half and half. These half have actually played, these half have nots.
And on the other tribe,
it's the same way.
We got the perfect balance of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's Holt and Hermione. Next up we got Heather and Izuku Midoriya. The on again, off again relationship that just it seems like they get on track for one tribal and then they break up the next tribal.
Well, I mean, Heather, she always has her heads in game. Like these two are exact opposites, so like of course they're going to butt heads every now and then. And it's interesting. This will be the first season where Heather doesn't have to worry about Regina.
Yeah, that's true. But she is now on with Parvati on her tribe, so
true.
Parvati might take that Regina George spot.
There's a little bit of argument that could be made that Heather could have had some inspiration from Parvati. When they were making, characters from the show. Like it's always fun to like, for Total Drama, to be like, oh, who inspired this character and stuff. Especially since they're like one above the other, you can see a little bit of the, like the long, well, Heather's is like black, but like the dark hair. You can kind of see it a little bit.
But honestly, Heather, her last outing, not the greatest, not making the merge. But of course, that was also Australian Survivor, so she would have actually been probably like the third jury member if it was normal Survivor. so it's definitely kind of like a questionable one. But let's see if she can make the merge this time.
Yeah, we'll see. And I'm hoping for some love for Midoriya, because I love my hero. Midoriya is a character I can relate to. He hasn't shined too much, but I feel like this could be a shot to like really, really shine on our channel. So
I think the only time he's actually been on the screen really is with this relationship with Heather. Like it's really just been that. That's his storyline.
Pretty much. So maybe you'll get more character development this time around.
Yeah.
Speaking of development, when we were thinking of duos, I had to choose Figgy and Taylor. I had to choose Pigtails because one of my favorite. It's still one of my most
Mhm.
favorite moments on this channel is when Figgy decided to swap in for Taylor when she could have genuinely just straight up made the made the merge for
She
the
didn't
first
have
time.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, but she did. Just going through that, I was like, if that doesn't define a duo, what does? And I'm
Yeah.
like, also because of that, I was just like, that was one of my first like choices. Like,
Mm.
because like coming up with everyone was a little bit tricky because I want to, share the love of like Survivor contestants, genders, as well as representation from like different seasons, stuff like that. But like,
Mm.
yeah, Pigtails was just like, that was one where I was like, all right, this one, I wouldn't say it's the centerpiece, but it was definitely one of the core ones I did not want to get rid of.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely in consideration for me, I gotta say. Figgy kind of became an iconic Brantsteele character just for that one season, honestly. Like, she
Yeah.
played so good to get 0 votes at the end is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's on a similar, she's on the same simulator this time
same,
around, so
same
it is
one.
possible, the magic can work again for her.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Speaking of Blood versus Water, we have someone that was originally who is from this season, brought back. It's Laura Moret, and her PIC this time around is Janet Carbon. Now, with Survivor, Battle of the Amazons, um, I was looking for a good female pair, and they had a pretty decent alliance that made it pretty far in that season. And I'm like, you know what? I really love Janet as a player. We haven't really had her on in for me. It feels like quite a bit. It could have been like a couple,
Yeah, it
couple.
really. I feel like we've had Janet at least on the last 5 or 6, right?
I don't know. My
I can't
memory is
remember. I
I
can't
have
remember.
goldfish memory. Um, but like I was just like, oh, you know what? Because I was also thinking like, there's really not many more possibilities to like bring her, and I'm like, because she doesn't really have any rivals. She doesn't really
You could bring her
she
for
doesn't
Last
really.
Chance if you wanted.
Last Chance is always very, very packed though.
Yeah,
So like, that
it's
was part of
hard.
it. And also Laura also did a pretty decent job in Battle of the Amazons. So like, and also in All Stars 4. So it's like, I feel like bringing these two strong players will definitely make for some good stuff.
Nice, nice. Cool. Okay, moving on now to the next one. We got one of my favorite duos because one of my characters is in it. We got Light Yagami and Joe the Angel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. An
One
unlikely pairing, but they play the
one
entire game together.
well, I mean, Light needed a Shinigami,
Yeah,
and Joe was the only one that really fit that
that is
description.
true. Yeah, yeah. He
Um,
thought that he was the angel of death.
yeah, which I would think that Light would have been smarter than that. But um, yeah, Joe was fun. It would have been interesting to see him win.
Hmm.
Um, and also it's kind of interesting because like they are a good pair, and when Light didn't have that, he lost
Yeah.
very, very early on. So like, Joe could be his good luck Shinigami.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough though for Light though because Joe's on the other tribe. He doesn't get to have that immediate connection. He's got to wait. I
Maybe.
think I think
But
until like episode 9, right? Until until the merge. It's like
yeah,
crazy.
it's a little, they go through a lot, but because there
Yeah,
is tribe swaps and then someone comes back in.
yeah,
Um which could definitely, I could see Light manipulating Joe and making Joe come back, and what's the right word, Joe come in for Light to kind of like switch tribes so that
yeah,
way he's safe. I can see him
yeah.
manipulate Joe the Angel in that way.
Yeah, exactly. Have Light be one of the first ones voted out, and he'd just be like, Joe, I think you do better on this challenge than me. And Joe's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
And I think he would be super eager to do so. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Speaking of anime, we got Mike Guy and Forky. They'll it was very, very brief, but like Forky being one of the best contestants from series two, making it to the finals, or to making it to the finale, like all three times he's played, and winning, and winning one of those seasons. Forky has become like a force to be reckoned with. He is
yeah.
the total package, and Mike Guy befriending Forky was like one of my favorite parts of Fantasy Island 1.
Yeah.
And so like that was another duo from that where we were like, oh, we have to bring him back. And for me, it was like that was the first one I chose was Mike Guy and Forky because like
Yeah.
they're such a great pair, even though,
I
Forky
think
may
it
be
fits.
the most charismatic player we've had, always making alliances and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
like we all
well,
know
it's
that
always been interesting because I always felt like Forky was playing for Mike's guy. Like it always felt like
exactly.
he had Mike guy in his mind when he was playing.
Yeah. Yeah. So now they get to play with each other again. Well,
Oh boy.
hopefully they make it to the merge. I really want Mike Guy to make it to the merge. He deserves.
Same.
I was.
So some of these people who their last appearance were pre-merge, I want them to make the merge this time because
Yeah.
this really could be the last time for some of these people. So we really want to try to get them, some more screen time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm. Okay, next up, the one we've already been talking about. This is probably the biggest name on this entire cast. And I would even say that her duo is one of the biggest names on the cast. We got
Yeah.
Parvati Shallow and Kelly Wentworth.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean,
Um,
just think about it. The two seasons that Kelly Wentworth has made it to the end was with Parvati Shallow, where they basically controlled and dominated the game together. The
yeah.
first game in Survivor One was Parvati, Kelly, and there was also Amanda. Amanda could have been put in here as well, but I thought Kelly Wentworth was the better choice overall. But yeah, these two are dominant.
Oh,
Kelly though has had kind of a similar thing to Light, where if she doesn't play with Parvati, she doesn't do too well. She usually goes out pre-merge, but when
yeah.
she is playing with Parvati, she does really well.
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate for Kelly because like she's more than capable of standing on her own. It's always just something happens and it just kind of screws the pooch for her.
Exactly.
Kelly is a great player, and I feel like she's even a better player with Parvati. I think honestly with Kelly it was just like rotten luck most of the time.
Yeah, true. Okay. And next up, we got Russell Hance and Aurora. Uh, so this was from the fans versus favorites season.
No, wait,
Um,
it was wasn't
was
it
it?
Love? Oh yeah, the fan favorite
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
America's favorite.
yeah. Fan favorites, but Aurora was one of the ones that was picked by Sia,
Yeah,
who got
yeah.
added to it. But yeah, they were a very dominant duo throughout it. Honestly,
Oh yeah.
I think one of these two should have won that season, but unfortunately, at Final Six, Russell Hance decided that he needed to get rid of Aurora because she was too big of a threat at that point. He thought that she was too good. Honestly, should have done that maybe one or two tribals later because there was a three-person tribe or like a group on the other side who just took out him. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like his game fell apart there. I mean, he's still like I mean, last time Russell played, he did phenomenal. But like, maybe this time, Russell has been on our channel a lot. Maybe, like with Aurora and Russell together, they might accomplish great things. I know with Aurora, like, I was hoping she would be the well, as we're getting into it, I was really hoping she would have been the one to slay him. But alas, like if you don't slay first, you get slayed, and then you're laid
Exactly.
to rest.
Exactly. I should also point out, I meant to say this at the top of it, but if we were to look at this in kind of terms of real Survivor, the I believe that the prize for this one will be $2 million, and $1 million goes to the winner, and $1 million goes to your duo partner. So you have incentive to make sure that your duo makes it to the end or further as well.
All right, interesting.
So there's a little more dynamics in here, I think.
Definitely, especially with that news.
Yeah.
Um, but will they still argue and bicker about it? We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
exactly.
All right. So before we get into all that mayhem, we got one more pair, and it is Sarah Lucina, and we got Tony Vlachos. You know, they've been on our channel loads of times.
Mhm.
Often, more often than not, they work together. They're like, well, honestly, one of the best duos in Survivor. If that wasn't like cement, if we're looking at winners at war, like one of
Mhm.
the best, like friendships out there. Especially after like Tony screwing her chances the first time and stuff, but they work through that. It's like
Mhm.
um, yeah, and both of them having very respectable careers in our Survivor Brantsteels.
Mhm.
And since they haven't been on in a while, bring them back to see
Mhm.
what kind of shenanigans they'll get into.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking. I'm always happy whenever Tony gets to be on the season. Honestly, like I like Tony. Favorite player. And
Yeah,
I was saying that before he became a two-time winner. So
I,
so yeah, that's our grouping.
all right. So out of the first tribe, who are your main picks?
I mean, I'm always going to pick Parvati. I think at this point, I think until she gets finally voted out, I'm
This
just
could be the
always going
one.
to vote.
She's playing Russian roulette with this, and eventually the bullet ends up in the chamber.
She's got to get out at some point. Like, it's crazy that she hasn't been idled out, rocked out. Like, there's just been like no shenanigans either that have taken her out.
I know. Even with this, even if she's out, she could always come back in and then pull like a kind of like a Chris Underwood.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so we'll see. I'd say for
Yeah.
me, it I want my guy to win
Mhm.
on this drive. I would say overall, I'm most excited about him.
Yeah.
I would say second place on the tribe. It would be nice to have Light win.
Mhm.
But my anime buddies. I
Yeah.
would say I would. I would like Figgy to also do a little bit better, mostly because of like uh, she was a little bit of the Rob goddess of Blood versus our what was it? Love conquers all.
Well, all is fair in love and war.
All's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I will say I don't want Parvati to win. I don't want her honestly to be a three-time winner. I want us to get to a point where we can have Parvati and Regina George have a captain season, and,
I think
and
it's
that
definitely possible.
yeah.
We'll
But if I
see.
if I were to say who I'd want to win on this tribe, I'd say either Heather or Figgy.
Solid. Solid. Yeah, because Heather needs to get a win to with Regina. Like
Yeah. She's really been the minor Regina George kind of character in a sense. Like she has that same mean girl kind of vibe to her, but
oh yeah.
she's just not been able to seal the deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And what
On
about this
this
tribe?
I'd say Forky, I hope he does well. I don't want him to win. But I would say my top three are Izuku Midoriya, Janet, and Joe.
Hmm.
Um, because one, like I said, love my hero, Janet. She's been on quite some time and she hasn't had a win yet. So I feel like she's one who's due
Hmm.
for one. And then Joe the Angel, because you know, I root for my friends,
Exactly.
even though it's just like a characterization of my friend.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's basically the same person.
except he has wings, and I'm
Yeah,
imagining he's also dead.
yeah. He was also one of the 13 apostles.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Ooh. The bad one?
Yeah. Well, it's 12 apostles. But
Yeah.
they didn't like him, so they kicked him out.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I mean, I guess on this tribe, I think I'm rooting for I'm obviously Tony. I'd like to see Taylor make it to the merge, honestly. I think he's actually done pretty well, and I mean, obviously
He
all is fair,
has.
he didn't do very well because he got voted out and then just had to go on a Redemption Island run.
Placing wise, but yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, if you look at that, but then again, surviving the challenges,
Yeah.
I I will admit I'm a little I wouldn't say impartial to challenge beasts, but I have a great appreciation for them. Still, winning challenges and stuff on that, I mean, like similar to Laura Moret, the reason why, especially after the rewatch, I really, really appreciate her is because of like all the time she spent on Redemption Island and winning so many challenges, or at the very least, coming in second. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
I always like it for when on these Redemption Island seasons when someone comes back into the game after being there for a while. I hate when someone gets voted out and then go to Redemption Island and then just come right back in because that's always just like it almost seems like a waste of time because you almost know the results because you just saw that tribal and now you got to
kind of
see it
like with
again.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So,
Okay.
you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Opening
Opening.
twists. Remember, two people gotta get voted off at the beginning of the game.
Oh, we know this. We know
This
this.
is
Remember,
this
this
was
was
one of the shittiest.
it's fucked for the people on there, but yeah, no, I get it from a narrative standpoint because it does definitely puts the thing to the test, but like it is a very, very to be in it is very, very
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a victim.
I never yeah, I this is how I lost rivals. The
Yeah.
first time I ever was on this Brantsteele, I lost because of this. So let's hope that doesn't happen again.
All right.
Okay, so Braun votes for Sarah. Holt votes for Sarah. Heather votes for Sarah. Piggy votes for Holt. Laura votes for Sarah. Light votes for Heather. Guy votes for Sarah. Party votes for
Joe has
Holt.
5.
Russell votes for Sarah. Sarah
No.
votes for Holt. Wow. Sarah Lucina voted off right away.
No, that's not a good thing.
Okay, let's see who Todd Hana also wants to send out. Aurora votes for Janet. Forky votes for Tony. Hermione votes for Janet.
Don't do this.
Deku votes for Janet. Janet votes for Taylor. Joe votes for Taylor.
Damn it.
Kelly votes for Janet. Rhonda votes for Taylor.
Yep,
Taylor
it's
votes for
Janet.
Janet. Tony votes for Taylor. And Janet, the tribe has spoken. Wow. What a two to start Redemption Island, Ryan.
I'm a little agitated right now.
Let's see if anyone wants to switch, though.
We'll
Tony
see.
does not switch. And Laura does not switch.
Yeah, Laura doesn't want to be on Redemption again.
Yeah. She
No,
knows what it's like. She's been there.
It sucks.
Oh, man. Okay, well, we got our first alliance here between Mike Guy,
Strong
Heather,
alliance.
and Laura Moretz. Yeah, they are all in.
Yeah,
And then
that's
we have Braun Strowman, Light Yagami, and Russell Hantz. But
White and Russell on a tribe. There's definitely gonna
this
be.
is a villains alliance if I've ever seen a villains alliance.
Yeah, I would have to say so. Like, just Light and Russell in a universe where those two get together, that scares me.
Yeah, and then they got Braun as their big muscle, so they can have him basically threaten people.
But I mean, it could be well for Light and Russell because Braun, makes it far into the game pretty much every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I also want to bring up since the last time Braun was on our channel, he got fired from WWE.
What happened?
They let him go. They just said, we don't want you anymore.
Uh,
Which makes no sense because he's the most WWE guy I've ever seen in WWE. Like, look at him.
I know he's shredded. Oh, you know what? He has a hardened survivor. He has a place on our Brantsteele. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay, so the first Todd Hana alliance, we got Aurora, Forky, Hermione, Rhonda, and Tony.
That's a majority alliance, and 3 out of the 5 are super into it. Like,
yeah, it's just Forky and Hermione are kind of like this is like they want to be on this alliance for like 1 or 2 votes, but they don't actually want to make it.
Forky is just like, where's Guy?
Yeah, he's so excited for the swap. He's like, oh man, I can't wait to get swapped with Guy.
Guy.
And then on the Minority Alliance, we got Midoriya, Joe the Angel, and Wentworth.
Well, I'm sure that Joe and Izuku will have fun together.
Yeah, I could see. Joe and Uraraka, I believe, had a little bit of duo back in Fantasy Island too. So maybe now Joe can kind of have that connection with Midoriya.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Okay, and let's see who wins immunity. Galong tribe wins immunity.
All right.
Safe from tribal.
This is gonna be tricky because for the Taphana tribe, it's pretty set what's probably gonna happen, especially since it's like middle school.
Oh my gosh, this is now a very strong alliance.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's your final 3.
That's the final 3 right there.
That's your final
there's no way around it. Ronda Rousey has found the idol.
She's in the alliance, isn't she?
I think so, yeah.
And no, it might be
Deku and Hermione. I think it's Deku. Oh. I think Deku just caused the fight to get him voted out.
That's not good. I have to say that I don't want it to be Wentworth. I don't want it to be okay. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be Joe either, and so I'm like, who wasn't in that alliance?
It was the people on the outs are.
I know it was
Joe Wentworth,
Joe Kelly. Who was the one that wasn't a part of any alliance?
Was it Taylor?
I think it was.
Yeah,
because I know. Yeah. So maybe Taylor.
Ronda Rousey plays the idol on Deku.
Oh shit! What's gonna happen?
Episode 1 idol. First vote goes to Deku, does not count. Second vote goes to Deku, does not count. Third vote goes to Deku, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Deku, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Deku, does not count. Sixth vote goes to Deku, does not count. Seventh vote goes to Forky!
No!
And player.
It makes sense because he's too much of a threat, but damn.
Wow.
They're not playing this season.
Wow. Oh, I did not mean to skip that. Okay, so let's see. So Deku, Joe, and Wentworth voted for Forky. So Rhonda voted for Deku. So she probably just knew the votes were going there, and just was like, I can make a big move now.
Man, Forky's out.
He can still win his way back in.
I know, but oh gosh, redemption's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, look at this bunch of 9s. Heather's only at an 8.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, so this that big alliance is now dwindled a little bit.
I mean, they could always clearly Ronda wants to work with Izuku, so. Yeah. But then again, because
Gosh,
Rhonda is
that's so interesting that she played an idol at the 9.
yeah, that is very strange.
Yeah. So yeah, this is really now a fight for Taylor. Does Taylor want to join the majority, or does he want to potentially fight the majority?
We'll see. We'll have to see.
Okay. So Sarah, Janet, and Forky are at Redemption Islands. Coney does not switch places. Laura does not switch places.
Does Guy do it?
Guy does not switch places with Forky. He's like, you played before. I want to get a chance.
No, I feel Guy would have. He's known for falling on the sword for his for his students.
Yeah.
But I feel like Forky is like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, he's a challenge beast, remember.
Yeah. I mean, so is Guy, which is another.
Sarah finishes first and advances. Janet finishes runner-up. Forky is eliminated. Forky is
Forky,
the first
no!
boot of Brantsteele too.
Forky!
Oh.
Forky!
Yikes.
Man.
Well, on the bright side, Sarah is given a clue to Deku, so he might find the hidden immunity idol, play another idol correctly.
Maybe.
Let's see who wins immunity. The Galong tribe wins immunity. Again.
Oh no.
And Russell Hance has found the idol.
No, that's
How does he always do it? He always finds idols.
the Idol King.
And the behavior of Laura is becoming appreciated around camp.
Oh my gosh.
And Taylor has found the idol, the person on the outs who has no ties to anyone.
He's actually in a great position, especially with the idol, because both people are going to talk to him about what plan. And so, yeah, hopefully he saves it.
Yeah, exactly. So if he wants to now be with the minority alliance, though, he'll know who the target is and play it, and then become the new majority with people who are probably going to trust him a lot.
True, but in the sense of the 4 that are in an alliance, they could always, because we've seen on Survivor before, they tell someone, they are like, oh, we have this one person throw a vote on someone else, so I know that you're legit with us, and they just don't tell them. So also in case if they're talking to other people and one of them have an idol, they play it, etc. They could cover their tracks.
Yeah, true.
But we'll see.
We'll see. Who do you think is going home here?
It's tough to say because it can go any number of routes.
I think Deku is getting the votes again. I think he's going to get 4 votes.
I think maybe Rhonda for just screwing with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Taylor plays the Tadhana tribe idol.
Well, I see from the top of his head he got at least one. So
yeah. First vote goes to Taylor, does not count. Watch as everyone voted for him, and it's just him going to do the only vote. Second vote goes to Taylor, does not count. Third vote goes to Taylor, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Deku.
Oh no.
Fifth vote goes to Kelly. Sixth vote goes to Kelly. And player leaving is Kelly Wentworth.
No.
Wow. So Taylor missed playing his idol.
Yeah. Well, this sucks.
Wow.
Kelly.
So Taylor thought that he was the person just playing. He probably thought that he was going to get a lot of votes onto himself, so he was going to have the only votes, take out Deku. But that didn't work out.
Maybe, or it was what I thought he said, or what I said earlier. Maybe they were like, "Oh, throw a vote on Deku." But we'll see. Though he, pissed away an idol. Never good.
Yeah, not great there. Okay.
The alliance
stand there. Okay, Redemption Islands. Okay, we got Sarah, Janet, Kelly, on Redemption Island.
He's gonna
Tony, if Parvati switches and that's how she goes home, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be furious.
I'm gonna hold my breath because I don't want to jinx it by saying anything.
Yeah. Okay. Laura does not switch places. Parvati does not switch places. For the sake of Parvati not going out like that, I'm kind of hoping Kelly actually goes home here because I don't want the Brantsteele simulator to screw her over.
I don't want any of these women to go.
Yeah. First place goes to Sarah Lucina. Second is Kelly Wentworth. Janet is eliminated from the game.
No.
Wow. Wow. That's unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate.
But hey, Sarah gets to give a clue to Tony.
Well, whoop-de-damn do. Good for Tony.
And Tadhana finally wins an immunity.
All right. So this is going to be interesting with these two big alliances on the Galang tribe.
Yeah. So Russell's got the idol. Guy and Russell bond slightly.
I'm a little curious to see how this falls out.
Yeah. And Ronda Rousey has found the idol.
Again.
Yeah. And now this is a very strong alliance. Even stronger.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Not looking good for me. Not looking good for me at all. At least we're not going to tribal now. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going home here?
I'm going to say it might be someone that's not in the three or in one of the 2-3 groups. So there's the Villains Alliance. There's the Mike guy with Laura and
is it Parvati? Are they finally? Or is Parvati finally going to get taken out?
I don't think so. I'm gonna say it might be either Heather or Holt.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Russell does not play his idol. The first tribal with no idols being played. And the first vote goes to Lights. Second vote goes to Heather. Third vote goes to Heather. Fourth vote goes to Light. Don't want either of them to go. Fifth vote goes to Heather. Sixth vote goes to Lights.
No, come on.
Seventh vote goes to Lights. Eighth vote goes to Heather.
Come on, let it be Heather.
And Light. Oh.
Light deserves. He does not deserve to fall into survivor obscurity on our Brantsteeles. No.
There's always the chance that Joe the Angel is gonna save the day and bring him back.
Maybe.
Okay, so Braun and Holt, Lights, and Russell are on the minority, voting for Heather. Parvati, Guy, Laura, Figgy, and Heather are in the majority. So the Villains Alliance has quickly been taken out on episode 3.
Not yet. They still have an idol between them.
Yeah, and Light could still come back. So the three of them could still meet up.
Yeah.
But not looking good for us two over here. I think probably better for me because I think Midoriya will be the first one to get taken out of these two. But not looking good.
Probably, since his name has already come up.
Yeah. So Sarah, Kelly, and Lights. Who's going home here? Or I guess let's see.
I'm hoping it's
Joe decides to switch places with Light. We called it. We literally were like, what if
Joe,
like, hey, Joe, you'd be great at this challenge.
Joe, don't let Joe go home that way. I mean, this is the most boss way for Light to advance in the game. If Joe is basically the sacrificial lamb.
If he just throws him under the bus.
Yeah, I think that might happen here.
Yeah. Okay, Light will now join the Tadhana tribe. Joe
Okay,
finishes
sick.
first and advances.
So is it Sarah or Kelly?
Kelly finishes runner-up. Sarah's eliminated, and Joe the Angel is giving the hidden immunity idol clue to Parvati.
All right.
And let's see who wins immunity. It is the Galong tribe.
Okay, this might be a little interesting because now that Light is on that tribe,
He's got to go
he
with
might
the
get sent
tribal.
right back.
Yeah. Holt and Braun bond slightly.
Probably the most two opposite people ever.
Yeah. We got someone who loves statistics here, and then we got someone who just likes to pump iron.
I know. That would be quite the pair.
Yeah. Okay, Hermione and Taylor have a major fights, so that Light might be able to use that.
Maybe.
Might be either Hermione or Taylor.
Well, I'm hoping it's Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be Taylor. First vote goes to Deku. It could also just be Deku because they don't like him. Second vote goes to Light. Oh no. Third vote goes to Lights. Fourth vote goes to Deku. Fifth vote goes to Lights. Sixth vote and player Light Yagami is voted right back out.
No.
Yeah.
And he can't come back in the.
Yeah.
He doesn't have Joe. The thing is, I can see Light asking Joe to throw the challenge for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see him doing that too. Just anything to get him just one episode further, just to get him a little deeper into the game.
Light has the charisma for it.
Yeah. So Taylor was voting with him, so he's also still on the outs there.
Oh gosh.
Okay, let's see who wins this Redemption Islands. Parvati does not switch.
I hope Kelly goes. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
she's had several chances.
Yeah, and play yet again. I want her to go just so that Parvati doesn't accidentally switch places and lose.
All right.
Light Yagami finishes first and advances.
Does it?
And Kelly Wentworth. So I'm eliminated. Joe the Angel is out.
Light, in my head, Light convinced Joe to lose.
Yeah. I think that's how it went.
Light was like, Joe can't switch with him anymore or anything. He outlived his usefulness.
Yeah, he was like, hey, you got one more use for you, and that's to go out before me.
Exactly. Light takes no prisoners.
Yeah. And Galong try wins the meeting, not looking good for Taylor. not looking good for
Deku.
Or Deku. Yeah.
Gosh, all the animated characters are just being torn at right now.
Yeah. And Braun and Russell dissolve their alliance.
Okay.
Interesting.
And no events on that tribe. I think because it's pretty straightforward.
I think it's Taylor. I think it's just going to be him.
I think it's Taylor or Deku.
Yeah. First vote goes to Taylor. Second vote goes to Taylor. Third vote goes to Hermione. Fourth vote goes to Taylor. And yeah, Taylor's just voted out straight out.
Yeah.
Wow. The Tadhana tribe not doing too hot.
Nope, there's only one more elimination.
Yeah, there's one more free elimination also on this tribe. If you think about it, like they still got Deku to, because these four seem to be kind of wanting to stay tight. So
yeah, when you got a 9,
it'll
be interesting how things might divvy out when the swap comes.
Yeah, true. I hope they win immunity because I do not want Deku to go home.
I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's like they're not deviating.
Nope.
Okay, now the question is, who's going to win here, Kelly, Light, or Taylor? Light had to, do some tactics to stay in last time by getting Joe.
He got first place though, so Kelly wasn't behind it.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
And we know Taylor's good at these challenges too.
Yes. I kind of want to see Light pull through. He deserves to be in this game.
Yeah, I want to see Light. I at least make it to the last challenge of the pre-merge. Like fight the redemptions.
Yeah. All right.
Parvati does not switch, and Figgy does not switch.
Good.
Yeah, she's saving it for the last one. She's like, Taylor, if you make it to the last one, I'll bring you back yet again.
No. Biggie, no.
Okay.
All right.
Light finishes first and advances. Good.
So it's either Kelly or Taylor.
And Taylor finishes runner-up. So Light gives the clue to Tony.
Dang.
Okay. And Galong wins immunity.
No.
Not looking good for Deku.
Not at all. Not at all.
I definitely think Deku's going. If he pulls this around somehow,
I don't think there's a way.
If he can convince Ronda to play his idol again on him,
I don't think that's how it's gonna work this time.
Yeah. Ronda plays idol on Tony.
What?
What shenanigans are happening?
What's going on? I need to see what kind of tomfoolery.
First vote goes to Tony, does not count. Second vote goes to Deku.
She pissed away your idol?
Third vote goes to Deku. And Deku is voted out. Rondo, what are you doing?
She has no trust in her tribe.
Yeah. She really expected them to turn on each other.
It's not good.
Yeah, it says that she's got a loyalty and 9 with them, but I think it's like a 3 or 2.
Her actions speak very differently.
Yeah. Okay, now let's see. Is anyone going to switch here? No one's switching.
All right.
Either Light, Taylor, or Deku will go home here.
I'm hoping it's Taylor.
Light finishes first and advances. And Taylor finishes sending Deku home. Wow.
Good.
And Light gives the clue to Holtz.
Light's just giving it to everyone. Just like...
Yeah, Light's killing it though on these redemptions.
Oh yeah. All right, let's see these new tribes.
Okay. So the new Galong tribe consists of Aurora, Braun, Figgy, Laura, Parvati, and Tony. And the Tadhana tribe consists of Captain Holt, Heather, Hermione, Might Guy, Ronda Rousey, and Russell Hantz.
All right, so with this, since we're on Tadhana right now, all right, so with this one, 2 idols, both from the different tribes, are on here. So this can go any number of ways because, one, Ronda could play the idol for her or Hermione to get them one step further, because the way the split is right now, they can just as easily target the original.
Did you just say Ronda playing an idol? Because she just played it incorrectly.
Oh, wait. So, okay. It was so useless that I forgot.
Yeah. We also have to remember this is the only pair, right, that's meeting up with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, well, I mean, there's still, so all the idols are going to be on this beach of Tadhana.
Yeah.
And on the other side, no idols. And 2 of the people are in an alliance together. There is some flexibility. However, they might be smart for the original Galong to take out the original Tadhana.
Yeah. I think you as a Galong, especially I think for like Parvati and Braun, you just need to get to the merge. Like you don't want to go out pre-merge, so just stick together.
I mean, they just have 2 more eliminations to get through.
Exactly, and there's 2 people right there. You'll lose 2 tribals, they both go.
Exactly.
Okay, alliances. Okay, immunity. And Galong wins immunity. I want to say Parvati has gone to like 1 tribal council so far. She is determined to make it to the end again.
Of course. I don't expect any less from her.
Yeah. Like honestly, she's put the bar so high that if she doesn't make it to the end, like that's a disappointment.
It is a lot of pressure on her,
Yeah.
but I have confidence that she just has to make it through one more. Ooh,
Aurora and Laura have a major
that
fight.
was it because did someone mix up their names and that pissed some people off?
And Guy found the idol.
I love this.
And Rhonda and Heather have a major fight.
It might be. I think it might be Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I think Rhonda, she's definitely not played the best game so far in terms of I mean, she played an Idol episode 1 correctly, but not really because they took out one of her
Yeah,
alliance members. So
that she ended up getting
yeah,
voted out like a bunch of episodes later anyway.
yeah. So
It's bizarre.
yeah. Russell Hantz plays his idol,
All right. Does he play it right?
and Guy plays his idol on Hermione.
Okay.
First vote goes to Russell, does not count. Second vote goes to Russell, does not count. Third vote goes to Rhonda.
Guy wasted his idol.
Fourth vote goes to Rhonda.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
They
that,
both wasted. We just wasted 2 idols.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Russell has wasted idols before. Guy,
Yeah.
he's more brawn than anything else, so
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, this could have been Russell just being like, I'm going to play it, and then hopefully we win an immunity, get to the merge, and, then we can do it from there. But, because you got to imagine at this point, everyone's just like, we got to be close to that merge at this point.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what's on their mind. And, with Rhonda flip-flopping around, not always playing by the rules, it's probably for the best.
Yeah, I think she should honestly. I'm hoping for her to lose this redemption duel. To be honest.
Yeah, either her. Light needs to stay.
Yeah. Okay. Like I think I'd be fine with the Taylor return too. I think he honestly was playing pretty good in his short amount of time he was there. He just wasn't in the numbers. So
he had his shot. I want Light to come back. I'm sorry.
Biggie does not switch places with Taylor, and Braun does not switch places with Rhonda.
All right.
Rhonda finishes first and advances.
Come on, Light.
Light finishes runner-up and advances. He at least is going to be there fighting for the last chance to get back into the game.
All right. Okay, and Rhonda gives a clue to Laura.
Okay. And the Tadhana tribe wins immunity.
Interesting. So it's going to be somewhat even at the merge.
And Laura Moret has found the idol thanks to the clue.
Putting it to good use.
Yeah, and the alliance between Aurora and Tony dissolve.
I think Tony, yeah, he might be like, sinking ship. Gotta get rid of Aurora.
I think it's one of these two going home.
I'm gonna say Aurora.
And Might Guy find another idol.
Yes. I love this.
And this is now a very weak alliance between Might Guy, Heather, Captain Hole, and Russell Hantz. I mean, this was just them all together, so it's not that big of a deal. So
yeah.
And they all made it, so it's like they're just probably just like happy.
Pretty much.
Okay.
All right, I'm thinking it's Aurora.
Aurora, yeah. Yeah, I think it's Aurora. If not, they did get Tony out. But I'll say Aurora with you. Laura plays the idol on Tony.
Oh, it's she wasted.
She wasted another idol wasted. Well, first one goes to Aurora. Second one goes to Parvati.
No.
Third one goes to Aurora.
Yeah.
Fourth one goes to Aurora. Fifth one goes to Parvati.
No!
Sixth vote. We are tied between Parvati and Aurora. I don't want to continue. This is I hate this so much. I hate this.
No. All right, so scroll. Who did Laura play her idol on again? Tony?
She played it on Tony.
So what could happen potentially is Laura, Braun, and Figgy might have to draw rocks,
Yeah,
depending on how this all turns out.
that is very possible. Or they turn the votes onto Aurora or Parvati.
We'll see.
I hate this so much right now. I'm going to be so mad if she goes out pre-merge. First vote goes to Parvati. Second vote goes to Aurora. Third vote goes
Please.
to Aurora.
No. Oh shit.
Fourth vote goes to Parvati. We are going to rocks.
Well, you got your wish. She's not going home.
Yeah, good thing for Tony. He's probably just like, oh, thanks for playing the idol on me.
Yeah. Now that Laura's vulnerable.
Biggie! Ah! God damn it.
She's just cursed, isn't she?
Oh my god, she's not allowed to get to the merge.
She had one shot to do it.
She's made it to the merge one time, and every other time she goes out pre-merge.
And Taylor can't return the favor because Taylor is gone.
Yeah, so Tony, Laura, and Aurora were voting for Parvati. Braun, Figgy, and Parvati were voting for Aurora. Wow. On the bright side, Parvati makes the merge.
Which is good. Which is good.
At least that happens.
Oh
Okay,
god,
Redemption Islands.
I'm nervous.
Okay. Braun does not switch places, so these three are going
Understandable.
back to fight it out. Yeah. Gosh. I mean, obviously I don't want Rhonda to win. I think she's probably the least wanted one here.
Come on, Light. You got this.
Rhonda is eliminated from the game. It is either Figgy or Light. Figgy or Light.
Come on, Light. Come on, Light.
Light Yagami's eliminated. Figgy finishes first and returns to the game. She's defied her destiny and made it. Ryan is so mad.
To quote, I'm not saying this quote verbatim, but Joe, earlier in this video, I hate it when, someone just kind of shows up at the end, they just got voted out and then they get right back in the game. Like, because what was that vote even?
Yeah.
My terrible Joe impression, but like
that sounds about right. But yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think Light would have been a more satisfying returner.
Well, all right. Out of the people, the merge and the final 10 are halfway mark are pretty much the same thing, but just one off. But like to assess our merge right now, so we have 2 pairs left in the game. So yeah, we got Russell and Aurora and Holt and Hermione. Now, a lot of the people on the original was it Tahan? No, Tahana's the red one. The Long Tribe.
Yeah.
A lot of people from there haven't really been dealing with Survivor as much, so we haven't really seen a lot of their gameplay. So yeah, it's a little right now. It's a bit interesting to see where things might go. Figgy might not want to go back to the people that just voted her out.
Yeah.
Or like
she didn't even get voted out. She got rocked out. So honestly, she kind of just she righted the wrong in the universe that Survivor had given her.
Well, because she kind of got screwed over, she may not want to go back there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Right now I'm rooting for Guy. He's my number 1. So yeah.
Yeah, Guy. Parvati, I'm glad she at least is gonna, make the merge. At least she's got a jury member. Yeah.
Russell's still in the mix. Tony's still in the mix. Biggie.
Yeah, Russell's still here. He was not looking good at early on in that merge. Like, I mean, the pre-merge. He definitely looked a little hard. But yeah, I think Parvati is doing pretty good. If Figgy can somehow make it to the end still, I still think that she has potential.
She does. She does.
But yeah, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see who can win some immunities and that kind of stuff. And these are all the alliances. So the big one right here.
That is their original tribe. Only two people were eliminated prior, which was Light and
which
Jody.
is they're still pretty good, to be honest, for original tribes. For most of them to be at 5s, that's actually pretty good. Like usually you see them at like 3s.
Yeah, Light and Sarah were the only two that didn't make it to the merge.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Okay, let's see who wins immunity. Braun Strowman, of course.
Of course.
Got the big muscles. Okay. And no one found the idol, but the behavior of Braun is becoming appreciated around camp.
All right.
Good for him. Okay.
So now is Guy going to play his idol?
Yeah. Is also Figgy potentially just going to get sent right back out?
It's tough to say. This is where lines are drawn.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's always tough whenever you have someone that came back into the game. Because they become kind of a safe vote for like the rest of the game. Like at any point, you could just get a lot of people will say, hey, they've already been voted out. Let's just get them out. And a lot of people will kind of just agree to that. So we'll have to see. Guy does not play his idol.
All right.
First vote goes to Parvati. Second vote goes to Piggy. Third vote goes to Parvati. Fourth vote goes to Parvati.
This might be it.
Fifth vote goes to Figgy. Sixth vote goes to Figgy. Seventh vote goes to Parvati. Eighth vote goes to Parvati.
I think this is it, my friend.
Ninth vote goes to Holt.
Yeah,
10th vote and player Parvati.
It was bound to happen eventually. I mean, she no longer has the record for most seasons without being voted out. However, she
still has the record for it. She's finally been voted out. So they finally taken her out of the game.
She can still make it to the finale.
Parvati was the only one who voted for Holt. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Tony, Guy, Laura, Figgy, Heather, Braun, and Aurora are officially Parvati Slayers.
Yep. I mean, to be honest, we should have saw it coming.
Yeah.
They tried to get rid of her and they weren't able to the first time.
Yeah.
And so it kind of made sense, especially in the context of everything. She's been used so many times.
You can't let Parvati get to the end again. Like it's like letting her get to the end a 7th time.
Yeah, it had to happen. It just made sense. It sucks, but it just made sense.
Yeah. Okay. Who wins immunity? Holt wins immunity.
Hot damn.
Good for Holt. Good for Holt. And the behavior of Holt now is rubbing the tribe the wrong way. He is so excited about winning immunity. He is rubbing it in everyone's faces.
It's not very Holt of him, though. He's probably I want immunity. I don't need to. I don't need to strategize right now.
Yeah. I'm safe. I don't care about you guys.
Exactly.
Okay. Guy does not play the idol. Who's going home here?
If they're targeting Frets, it might be Braun. He's also another big
He's
player.
A huge immunity threat too. Like you can't let him get to like final 7 or beyond. I think that's when you got to take him out.
Exactly. So I'm gonna say him.
Okay. I'm still gonna say Figgy. I still think Figgy probably has some heat on her from all of this Parvati stuff.
Maybe, but it's just Braun, man. Braun. He's too dangerous.
First vote goes to Tony. Second vote goes to Tony. Third vote goes to Tony. Fourth vote goes to Figgy. Fifth vote goes to Figgy. Sixth vote goes to Figgy. Seventh vote goes to Figgy. Eighth vote goes to Tony. Ninth vote goes to Tony. 10th vote goes to Figgy. We are tied. 5-5.
Yeah,
are we going to rocks or are they turning?
They can't go to rocks. They can't. I think it's Figgy's time.
Yeah, I think you gotta send Figgy home. All right, back to redemption.
Yeah.
First vote goes to Tony. Second vote goes to Figgy. Third vote goes to Figgy. Fourth vote goes to Figgy. Fifth vote goes to Figgy. Sixth vote goes to Tony.
Yeah.
And player leaving is Figgy.
Made sense.
So
two people switch.
Yeah. Heather flipped and Guy flipped. And so Laura and Braun were willing to just stick it out for the Tony there.
I don't think that would be very beneficial in the end.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Figgy back to Redemption Island. Not really got to stay there very long. I wonder how long Light would have lasted. It's always the what if. Just like that Marvel show, What If.
Yeah. We'll probably do that. What if Survivor Brantsteele?
Yeah. And Laura Moretz wins immunity.
All right.
Good for Laura. And Braun Strowman has found the idol.
Interesting.
He's found idols before. He can win immunities. He can find idols. He can vote out people strategically. He is a triple threat on our Brantsteele.
That he is. All right, out of these 9.
I'm thinking Holt. I think, he rubbed the tribe the wrong way the last episode. I bet some of that's still with them. They saw he can win an immunity, so that's probably in their minds. So I'd say Holt. Plus, he's part of a duo. Like, get rid of another duo.
I mean, it doesn't seem like the duos. Duos are tricky with this season, especially when you get to the merge. So I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel they might want to get rid of Russell. I feel like, I don't know, there's a lot of big threats. And Holt and Hermione for the most part have been pretty silent this entire game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're too big of threats right now.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see here. Guy does not play the idol, and Braun does not play the idol. First vote goes to Holt. Second vote goes to Holt. Third vote goes to Holt. Fourth vote goes to Heather. Fifth vote goes to Heather. Sixth vote goes to Holt. Seventh vote and player leaving is Holt. Yeah, so him and Hermione.
Yeah. All right, so it might be Hermione's. If she needs to win immunity, or she's screwed.
Yeah, she's on the chopping block here. It also could just be they didn't like Holt, but maybe they like Hermione. So
another possibility.
Look at this alliance.
Fair. Very fair.
She's played a pretty good social game overall. Holt was a little annoying for people, I think. I think he was kind of a Philip Shepard. When he won immunity, he just he kind of went off.
I don't know. I feel like Holt, I wouldn't mind having Holt as my leader, and he actually has cred. While Phillips, everything about him is in question.
Hermione is not switching. She knows that she probably has a better chance than Holt does.
Yeah, I'm thinking Holt will probably be the one going home.
Yeah, I just, man, if it's Parvati, I'm going to be so mad. Figgy finishes first and advances. Parvati finishes runner-up and advances. She is safe, so Holt is out. And Figgy gives a clue to Guy.
All right.
Good for Guy. And Braun Strowman wins another immunity, winning fried chicken and a Southern picnic for rewards.
But he gives
Hey,
it up for the tribe.
wow, look at that.
He's
Man,
too damn. They got to get rid of him.
he might win this game. He might be a two-time winner. We might be adding him to a captain season with Regina and Parvati.
It would be 3 to a team.
Yeah.
Unless the fourth one arises, then I feel Edge of Extinction would probably be the thing. But we'll get there.
That'd be a good one. So the Galong tribe dissolved though. Braun and Laura Moretz.
Could it be Laura's time?
Yeah, it could be Laura. Yeah, right. I'm thinking Laura. What are you in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah, no Ios played. First vote goes to Tony. Second vote goes to Tony. Third vote goes to Hermione. Fourth vote goes to Tony. Fifth vote goes to Hermione. Sixth vote goes to Tony. Seventh vote goes to Hermione. Eighth vote goes to Hermione. We are tied 4-4 between Tony and Hermione.
I don't know. I feel like going to Rocks is not a good idea right now.
Yeah, I think for these two too. I don't think you'd want to go to bat for Tony or Hermione at this point.
No.
First vote goes to Tony. Second vote goes to Hermione. Third vote goes to Hermione. Fourth vote goes to Hermione. Fifth vote goes to Tony. Sixth vote and player leaving is Hermione.
Dang.
So Laura Moretz switching.
Understandable.
So now Heather's kind of on the outs there.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, back to Redemption Island. This is the scariest part of this one now for me is Parvati on Redemption Island.
I know. I do want to see Parvati make it further.
Yeah. Hermione finishes first and advances. It is either Parvati or Figgy going home here. And Parvati finishes runner-up.
Figgy.
Just staying in it.
It's okay, Figs.
Yeah. So Hermione gives the clue to Guy. Okay. And Laura Moretz wins immunity.
All right, they got to take out Braun now.
Yeah, Braun is, but he has an idol.
They just have to make sure he feels safe enough not to play it, because he's right in that window where the Final Five is coming up. Because when you're in that like window of Final Five, you kind of want to save your idol for that. So you're
exactly. And Heather Russell Bond slightly. Maybe Heather's trying to dig herself out of a hole because she was kind of on the outs last time.
Probably. I still say it's Braun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they should definitely take out Braun. I think there might also be some votes for Tony. Tony's been getting a lot of votes recently.
That is also pretty valid. Yeah, I'd say Braun or Tony. You make a good point.
Guy does not play the idol.
Guy holding on.
Does not play the idol. First vote goes to Guy.
Won't.
Second vote goes to Guy.
No.
Third vote goes to Tony.
Tony, you got to go.
Fourth vote goes to Tony. Fifth vote goes to Guy. Sixth vote goes to Tony. Seventh vote and player leaving is Tony in a 4-3 vote.
Okay. Ryan can breathe.
Yeah, that was close. Well, so Aurora voted for Guy, Braun voted for Tony, Heather voted for Tony, Laura voted for Tony, Guy voted for Tony, Russell and Tony voted for Guy.
All right.
So Russell and Aurora are kind of on the outs now.
All right. But there's two more eliminations to go before the finale. Yeah, and someone's coming back.
Yeah, I believe if you win this next immunity, though, you're guaranteed to at least be in the finale in some capacity, whether it's Redemption Island or you're there.
Maybe because
because if you win this episode and get voted out episode 14, you do the finale, the Redemption there.
Yeah.
Okay. Redemption Islands. Okay. It's Parvati, Hermione, and Tony. Come on, Parvati.
I
You
know,
gotta-
like she has to, I feel.
She needs to get to the finale. She needs to come back into this game.
I agree.
First to finish is Hermione. And Tony, no! No! N-O. N-O.
It finally happened.
This isn't okay.
It
This
finally
isn't
happened.
okay.
It finally happened.
Took episode 13 of a season to get her out. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now.
Records get broken. Streaks break.
I'm so mad.
Still, everything, all things considered, hell of a run.
And Braun Strowman wins immunity. Braun is winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's not many more chances to get rid of him.
And he shares the reward with Heather and Aurora. And honestly, everyone likes him. He gave up rewards so people will like him. He's got bonds with people in this game.
You gotta
get
get
rid
of him.
Yeah.
You got to.
Okay. Oh, this alliance is always between Braun, Mike Guy, Heather, Laura, and Russell.
I think it might be.
It was like everyone.
I think it's because Aurora and Russell are on the outs. It might make sense to just get rid of Russell at this point.
Yeah, it's either a Russell or Aurora, I think.
Yeah, because we know that we haven't really talked about it a lot, but Heather, Guy, and Laura are a pretty solid alliance. So I don't think any of them are going to turn on each other.
I scroll a little bit and we just saw an idol play, and that's Guy.
Right.
We'll see. Guy will at least not go home here. First one goes to Guy, does not count.
You wasted it.
Second one goes to Laura. Oh, Braun played idol for Laura.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Second one goes to Laura, does not count. Third one goes to Laura, does not count. Fourth one goes to Aurora. And Aurora is voted out. So two idols are wasted. Everyone's wasting idols this season.
I expect Guy, especially since he might be scared of last time, but Braun, he's a veteran of this game.
Yeah. He should have waited. Wait till you don't have immunity and play it on yourself.
Well, go back. I'm curious to see how it all panned out.
Yeah.
So Russell voted for Laura.
Yeah.
Russell that 3-person alliance voted for Aurora.
Mm-hmm. Braun voted for Guy and Aurora voted for Laura. So Braun was just on the outs completely.
Yeah. Which is strange. I think maybe to get favor, he put it on Laura.
Yeah. Trying to get back into it, I guess. Because I think Russell's still kind of the easy vote here. I think they might still try to get Russell here, but
this 3 can stay together because they got an opportune time to get rid of both of them. They get technically one chance to get rid of one of them right now, and then someone's going to come back, and then they get basically 2 more chances to get rid of either of these 2. So we'll see. Because and they have this alliance for a while too. A 9, 8, and 9. That's something.
Yeah. Redemption Islands.
All righty.
Hermione, Tony, Aurora are fighting for a chance.
I think Aurora will probably pull through here.
Yeah, Russell does not switch places with Aurora. Aurora finishes first and advances.
All right, and who's next?
And Tony finishes runner-up, sending Hermione home. And Aurora gives a clue to Braun.
Of all people.
Giving it to Braun Strowman. And Mike Guy wins immunity.
Yes.
He also wins a picnic lunch. And he shares the reward with Laura.
Nice.
And Russell Hance has found the idol.
All right. They have to get rid of Braun.
Braun's going home here. There's no way Braun survives this. There's no way.
Oh, wait. Heather and... It didn't say it had a lasting impact, but they did say that Laura and Heather got into a fight.
Yeah.
I still think it has to be. And
I
this,
think
I was
Braun's
gonna,
going home.
I
Yeah.
saw the scroll down a
Yeah.
little bit, but like that was my idea. It was going to be Braun.
Yeah, I don't think you let Braun get any further. I think you
No,
know.
you
Yeah.
don't.
So Russell plays the idol. So if Braun gets voted out here and comes back into the game, he can still find it.
Yeah.
First vote goes to Braun. Second vote goes to Braun. Third vote goes to Heather. Fourth vote and player leaving is Braun.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm rooting for him to come back into the game.
I would say out of the three, things will definitely get more interesting if Braun comes back.
Yeah. Okay, Redemption Islands. Tony, Aurora, and Braun.
I think Braun.
I just think he's played the best game out of these three, and I kind of want someone who's played a really good game to still be in it.
Fair point.
Okay, Russell does not switch.
Obviously.
Yeah. Aurora is eliminated. It's either going to be Tony or Braun. Braun is eliminated, bringing Tony back into the game, getting a clue to the hidden immunity idol.
Which is in play. Well, yeah.
And Russell wins immunity.
All right.
And Guy found the idol.
Let's go, Guy.
Guy is on a tear.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it'll be pretty hard to screw up playing the idol this time around for it.
Yeah. The behavior of Laura is rubbing the tribe the wrong way.
Laura, no, you had a good thing going with this alliance. And
yeah. Are they going to send Laura home, or is it going to be Tony?
I feel like it has to be Tony.
Yeah. I think you got to send whoever comes back right back out. You don't want them to win last immunity and somehow get to the ends.
Exactly.
Okay, Guy plays the idol, obviously.
Yeah.
First vote goes to Guy, does not count. Second vote goes to Tony. Third vote goes to Tony. And Tony is eliminated.
Pretty straightforward. All right, so this is our final four.
Final four. Okay, Laura, I think it's either Mike, Guy, or Russell. I think those are the top two.
In that, I agree. I'd say the order is Mike, Guy, Russell Hantz, Laura Moret, and then Heather.
Yeah, agreed.
Heather's been pretty quiet throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much of her. This is the furthest she's made it.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Because she shut her mouth.
Yeah, I know, right? She's just going by.
Also, no Regina.
Yeah, true.
All
let's see who wins immunity. Heather wins immunity. We were trash talking her, and she wins final immunity.
It's got to be Russell. It's either Russell or Laura at this point.
Yeah. You see the first vote for Laura, but is it her? It's either, I think it's either
Russell
Laura
or
Russell.
Laura, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be Russell.
Yeah. First vote goes to Laura. Second vote goes to Russell. Third vote goes to Russell. And Russell Hantz is voted out.
Again.
Wow.
All right. So I got to say, I'm rooting for Mike, Guy. Mike, Guy, or Laura, but obviously I want Mike, Guy to win.
Yeah. I think off of just gameplay, I think Mike, Guy is definitely, he's been working hard. He found 3 idols this game.
Yeah.
He's won immunity.
He didn't always play them right. But
but he's trying. Yeah, exactly. It's about the effort that you put in.
Exactly.
And I think he's probably gonna have the best. Even though, as we said, they were quiet and everything, they haven't been too into it. I would still like to see a Heather get a win, so that way she can be like, hey, look at this, Regina, I got a win.
Not this time around though. This is Guy's game.
Well, let's see who wins. Laura Moret wins by a vote of 6-2.
I mean,
let's remember this. This also means that her duo also wins. So Janet Carvin also wins in our
Well, that's good. I like Laura Moret, but still.
Wow, and
You
Guy
didn't
gets
even
0 votes.
Guy is the biggie? No.
Let's see who was
No.
the fan favorites. Hermione Granger. Wow. I think this season likes to give the best player 0 votes at the end. I just think that's how it works. I think Mike Guy should have won. I think Figgy should have won. I
Proof is in
think
the
Blood versus
pudding.
Water is cursed.
Proof is in the pudding. Man.
So Janet Carbon, who got voted out in 19th place, also joining the
Gets $1
winners
million.
list. Yeah, she gets $1 million. She gets to share a title with Laura Moretz. Laura, I don't even know anymore. Mike Guy was considered the most strategic too,
which is funny because he's a bit of an airhead, but like, it just hurts a little.
Yeah, this was a tough one.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was some fun stuff somewhere in the middle here, but I just think this early stages kind of, was tough to handle. The end game just kind of seemed a little lacking.
Yeah. It wasn't as satisfying as an ending, though. Like,
yeah.
Laura, it's cool she won, but at the same time, it was Guy's game.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think Mike Guy should definitely be here. And I think runner-up would have been a toss-up between these two personally. I don't think there's so much of a difference.
I think Laura would have been a great second place because she had a few she had, some wins under her belt. And did she find an idol? No.
No, I don't think so.
She had a couple of wins under her belt.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, unfortunate. Braun Strowman, though, yet again showing why he's a true all-star.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted going into that finale for it to be either Braun or Mike Guy to win. I think those were the two front runners, and to kind of see neither of them win is always a little upsetting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Day After Podcasts.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for Rivals.
Yeah. Have a good one, and adios.
Peace.